What's good, fam? Sometimes the deadliest diss ain't loud. It ain't no all caps tweet. It don't trend with a fire emoji next to it. Nah. Sometimes the coldest moment in hip hop is a one-word switch, a quiet move that makes the whole culture freeze like, wait, did he really just say that? That's what Jay-Z just did. On stage, no beat drop, no name drop, just a slick little flip of a bar we all know by heart. A bar that used to mean brotherhood, legacy, even loyalty. But now, it's a subtle funeral for a whole relationship, a cultural bond, dead in one syllable. If you know your history, you already feel it. Back in the day, Jay had that iconic line, might let you meet Ye. Now pause on that. That wasn't just a flex. That was respect, stamped and sealed. That was Jay saying, if I F with you heavy, I'll let you meet my day one, my equal, my mirror. That one bar stood for the throne. Watch the throne, Magna Carta, the blueprint of billionaire rap. But in Paris, Jay flipped it. Might let you meet Bay, and yo, that silence you just heard, that's the game recalibrating itself. See, it ain't just who he mentioned, it's who he replaced. Cause Ye ain't just a former collaborator, that was his brother, someone Jay built with, struggled with, went to war for. So when Jay rewires that bar, when he erases Ye from it and swaps in Beyonce, it ain't about love for Bay. It's about ending a chapter, publicly, without even addressing it. Like, I ain't gonna argue. I'm just gonna edit you out the history books. And the fact that he did this in Paris, come on, dog. That's where niggas in Paris was born. That was their city, their anthem, their global takeover. So for Jay to drop that switch in the birthplace of their biggest moment, that's spiritual warfare. That's an intentional exorcism of history. The crowd didn't catch it right away. But hip hop heads, the culture, we felt that shit in our chest. Cause it ain't just about Ye no more. It's what this signals for Jay-Z's return. This man been playing boss in the background for years, handling Rock Nation, signing artists, running the NFL halftime pipeline. But now, with this one move, it's like he just whispered, I'm back outside. Quiet, smooth, deadly, like a king whose silence is louder than your best verse. And it couldn't come at a more perfect time, cause Push already torching the fakes. Kendrick out here breaking culture in half. And now Jay-Z, he just pulled up, fixed his cufflinks, and kicked the old baggage out the car. And bruh, we only just getting started. If you still here, you locked in. So do me a quick favor, like the vid if you caught that bar change and felt the tension. Subscribe if you want to stay tapped into this new wave Jay just sparked. And share this with someone who still think the throne don't matter. They need to see how deep this really goes. Bet, let's really dive into this moment and give it the weight it deserves. Because when Jay-Z swapped out Might Let You Meet Ye for Might Let You Meet B, it wasn't just a cute tweak for the crowd. That bar change was loaded with years of tension, history, and intention. And if you blinked, you might have missed one of the coldest, most strategic rewrites in rap memory. See, Jay-Z don't just freestyle lyrics, he's known for 2 decades. That Paris joint is a pillar of his catalog. He's performed it with Ye on some of the biggest stages in the world. So for Harv to step out, first time performing solo in years, and deliberately alter one of the most famous lines, that ain't just petty. That's statement level energy. That's Jay saying, I no longer co-sign the man I once called my brother. On Beyonce's tour stage in front of 60,000 in Paris, poetic, cold-blooded, and perfectly calculated. And let's not forget why this bar flip hit so hard. For years, Jay and Ye were the blueprint for black excellence in hip-hop. Watch the Throne was bigger than just music. It was cultural dominance. But ever since Ye went off the rails, wild political takes, constant drama, anti-Semitic rants, Jay's been silent, distant. Some thought he was just being private or trying to avoid the smoke. But now, he basically came out and said it without saying it. I'm out. That moment on stage was him drawing a bold red line in the sand. And the bar he chose to flip, that's what makes this so surgical. He could have cut any other line, but he targeted the exact one that immortalized Ye. The one that gave Ye space on the record, even in his absence. That's the difference between a passive diss and an eraser move. Jay didn't diss Ye, he deleted him. Now couple that with what else is swelling in the culture. Jay ain't just removing Ye, he might be replacing him. His name's popping up again. People saying he's getting ready for the 2026 Super Bowl. Rumors he's got verses on the new Clips album with Kendrick, Push, and Nas. You starting to see the pattern? This wasn't random. This was Jay reestablishing his lane. Like, I may have been quiet for a while, but don't get it twisted. I'm still the architect. He's realigning himself with the new wave of legacy acts who are fighting to restore integrity in rap. Kendrick with the stadium domination, Push with surgical dissects, Nas with classic level output in his 40s, Jay stepping back in, and he's leaving dead weight behind. And the crowd, they ate it up. You could feel it. When he dropped the B line instead of yeah, the place didn't miss a beat. It was smooth, natural, but the internet caught it. X, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, they all lit up like it was a diss track. And in a way, it was. A silent one, a silent bomb. Bottom line, this wasn't just a lyric change. This was Jay-Z telling the world he's not looking back. That line was the exit sign for yeah and the entrance cue for a whole new era of Jay. He ain't here to play nostalgia games. He's here to remind the culture who really built the throne in the first place and who still holds the keys to the kingdom. So let's break this all the way down. Let's stop talking about one lyric change like it's just some random decision, because this was deeper than rap. When Jay-Z stood on that stage in Paris and flipped one word of niggas in Paris, turning might let you meet Ye into might let you meet Bay, he didn't just change a lyric. He changed the temperature of the culture. That one bar, that small change, it was a declaration, a confirmation that whatever bond, whatever brotherhood he once had with Kanye is dead, finished. And it's not just personal, it's symbolic. That bar represented everything Jay stands for now. Growth, legacy, elevation, and leaving behind the chaos, the controversy, and the people who keep pulling the genre backwards. He ain't just siding with Beyonce over Ye, he's choosing the structure over collapse, order over noise, real over messy. And in a time where so many artists trying to hold on to relevancy through chaos, through beef, clickbait, brand deals, and gimmicks, Jay reminded everybody that real power don't gotta scream. Real power whispers and still shakes the room. That crowd reaction, the way Paris lost his mind, the way the internet stopped and started dissecting a single word in a 10-year-old track, that's not coincidence. That's cultural dominance. But this moment ain't happening in isolation. Look around, look at the moves being made. Jay's not just performing, he's strategizing. He's watching this whole genre unfold, and he's positioning himself in real time. All this talk about the 2026 Super Bowl is not some wild rumor. It makes perfect sense. Who else? Drake done lost the city. Kanye off the map. Kendrick already did it. J. Cole ain't mainstream enough to carry it solo. Travis, Tyler, Nicki, Wayne, either too niche or too controversial. That leaves one name, Hov. And this is what makes the picture so powerful. Jay-Z ain't never been the one to beg for a spotlight, but now he might be stepping back into it. Not because he needs it, but because the genre needs him. Because hip-hop in 2025 is at a crossroad. The legend's either crashing out or staying silent. The new gen can't carry the weight yet, and the whole genre is looking for somebody to reset the tone. Kendrick got it started, but Jay just showed that he might be the one to finish it. Let's talk about that Clips record again. Push and Malice linking back up. Nas rumored to be involved. Kendrick somewhere in the background. And Jay allegedly closing it out. Come on, that ain't just a song. That's a rap summit in the booth. That's every era of lyrical greatness standing side by side, sending a message to the rest of the game. Step it up or step aside. And let's be real, if that verse drops and it lands the way it could, we could see a whole new Jay-Z album, a new run, a statement piece, something that not only responds to the disrespect he's been getting online, but something that cements him all over again for a generation that might have forgot what greatness really looks like. He already checked yeah, already walked on stage and had the crowd on a string. Now he just gotta press the gas. And don't sleep on the narrative either. Jay's got every reason to want this moment. The industry been weird lately. Dudes blaming him for every flop, every misbag, every failure to evolve. Rappers saying he ain't got hits without Beyonce or Rihanna. Like, bro, who you think put Rihanna on in the first place? Who you think stood toe-to-toe with Nas, with Wayne, with 50, with everyone, and came out clean? They trying to erase him because they can't compete with him. That's what it is. And the Super Bowl thing, it ain't just performance, it's vindication. Jay getting back up there, doing PSA, 99 Problems, Empire State of Mind, Run This Town, Big Pimpin', Dirt Off Your Shoulder. That's a whole history lesson with bass and stage lights. And imagine if he bring out Bey, if he bring out Rihanna, maybe even Justin Timberlake, that halftime show turns into a generational flex. And honestly, this is the part people sleep on the most. Jay-Z didn't even have to do this. Bro's a billionaire. He could have stayed behind the scenes, played executive, and just watched the game from a suite. But instead, he's stepping back in, not out of need, but out of purpose. That's different. That's legendary. So when people say it was just a lyric change, nah, fam, it was a calculated move in a much bigger playbook. Jay-Z ain't done, not even close. He just reminded us that when the game starts to fall apart, when the noise gets too loud, when the culture forgets its roots, the real ones step back in and bring order to the chaos. And when he finally drops that verse, that first full-length track, when he touches that Super Bowl stage, you better believe this whole genre gonna look different, and we're gonna remember this Paris moment as the one that lit the fuse. If you rock with this breakdown, go ahead and like the video, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Drop a comment below. What did that lyric flip mean to you? And don't just keep this to yourself. Share this video, text it to a friend, post it in the group chat, put it on your story. Let people know Jay-Z's not only back, but he might be about to reset the whole genre. This ain't the end of the story. It's the moment before the storm.
One line flip, whole culture shook. Legacy on deck, watch how my throne look. Paris skyline, lights glow, crowd pulse racing. I flip the line, no more yay, now bay pacing. It sank in real time, made the world pivot, no facing. Jay-Z lyric change, hit sharp, no erasing. Rock Nation blueprint down to the souls. Talking Super Bowl 2020 seats, firm up those roles. Legacy architects, standards they uphold. Watch the throne echo turning platinum to mold. They say, need Beyonce to strike the beat, not strike deeper. Catalogs elite. This ain't nostalgia, the strategy replete. Rap legacy reset, listeners feel the heat. Legacy reset, crowd shiver with weight. Super Bowl 2020 stage, big stage awaits. Rock Nation throne, time to seal fate. One lyric flipped, got the world on their place. Paris moment stage lit, mic in my grip. Watch the world pause when that lyric slip. No smoke, no press, just a quiet rip. Reshake the history, got the whole culture equipped. Crowds buzzing, searches climb overnight. Jay-Z lyric change trending, caught the spotlight. Legacy reset, time to rewrite rights. One line became a movement overnight. Mid-tier rappers starving, chasing hollow clout, but real kings pulled back, the culture's devout. Clips and Kendrick started the route. Now I'm cleaning up the final bout. Yeah. Watch the throne collapse, legacy fires trap, reset is the map. I've been quiet in the shadows, let the noise play, but a king stepping silent makes the land sway. Paris lyric shift, pause the fray, cause legends operate outside of chart days. Super Bowl 2020 sets, rumors swell. Rock Nation artists, ready, set, propel. New generation anthem stories they'll tell. Legacy on deck, I refuse to dwell. Pushing Kendrick overflowed, the genre's pool. Now I'm stepping to that booth like it's old school. Clips, Nas legends who stay too cool. We redefine excellence, set the rule. Yeah. One verse deeper, give it tenfold. Play no games, only classics I hold. From Empire State to stories untold, I dove in the archive, treasure unfold. YouTube buzzing, every line dissected. TikTok glimpse, fans feeling connected. Legacy reset, message projected. This is culture, not just reflected. No need for gimmicks, pranks or features. This is prime lane, higher than bleachers. Rock Nation throne, built on deep bleachers, where real ones gather, industry reachers. Legacy reset, crowd shiver with weight. Super Bowl 2020 steps, big stage awaits. Rock Nation throne, time to seal fate. One lyric flipped, got the world on their plates. Throne reset in motion, legacy regrowth in motion. Paris to halftime, next wave devotion. Watch the throne move with pure emotion. Woo!